Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we're breaking down players. We're taking a look at amateur players, high school around the country. A lot of players that we've taken a look at recently are from southeastern Wisconsin here. We have looked at some other players like Jace Norton, top prospect in the 2023 class. But today we're going to take a look at a player who is from Arizona, actually. Good friend of mine, Corey Hart, ex-Brewer, ex-Milwaukee Brewer, Corey Hart's son. Really exciting player. I'm going to comp him to a very good big leaguer. Yeah, we're just going to kind of break things down, take a look at his swing and see what we're working with here. But before we do that, we're going to let you know that Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy is brought to you by Maggie Rottino Real Estate. My wife does a great job with all of her clients. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, please reach out to my wife, Maggie Rottino. She does a phenomenal job. Also brought to you by, and I just want to say also that her little brother has joined her team, Ricky Kuiper. He's also going to just kill it in the real estate game. So please reach out to them if you are in the market. Also brought to you by Locked On Brewers Podcast. Dom Catronio and I are breaking down all things Brewers today. Right now we're doing 3 days a week because of the lockout. Once the lockout is over, we're going to go back to the 5 days a week podcast, just covering the Brewers, all things Brewers. Most recently, we did the Throwback Thursday episodes where we were taking a look at the top 20 games for the Milwaukee Brewers, and we just got finished with that. So we just did the number one game of the year was that Daniel Vogelbach walk-off homer. So make sure you check out that episode and get into some content about the Brewers. But let's go ahead and take a look at Matthew Hart. Again, good friend, Corey Hart. Corey Hart is one of my favorite players ever to play with, ever to watch play. I mean, this guy was tooled up, 5-tool player. He could run, he could hit for power. He could play the outfield. Very instinctual player, very smart player with just a ton of tools. He was about 6'5" and just super loose swing with just a knack for the barrel. He had kind of a funkier swing. Probably wouldn't teach it the way that he did it, but man, he could barrel up a baseball and like I said, he could power the baseball to all fields, hit for average, hit for power. He was a dynamic player. 14.5 career WAR, which is pretty impressive. All right, so we're going to take a look here at his son Matthew, who is a junior, and you can see by his frame he is a really big guy. He's going to be just like his dad, big and strong and athletic. And you can tell the way that he moves around the baseball field. He actually pitches too. The way he moves on the mound, he's very athletic. He plays outfield. He's got a good arm. He can run and he can hit. I mean, he can do a lot of the things that his dad can do. So it's impressive. And we're going to take a look at his swing and how impressive that is. He has a knack for the barrel. And he's in one of the top programs in all the state of Arizona, which is, as you may or may not know, it's just phenomenal competition at the high school level. So let's go ahead and take a look at the swing in real time. Okay. You can see hands quick, flat into the zone, leverages. And we're going to take a look and compare him to Giancarlo Stanton. I played with Giancarlo Stanton in 2010 in Double-A in Jacksonville when I played in the minor leagues with the Marlins. And at that time, his name was Mike Stanton. So that I always trip up and call him Mike Stanton, but his name is Giancarlo Stanton, obviously a major league superstar, but very similar moves, right? That little toe tap back, and what players are doing there is they're just trying to gather, and Stanton doesn't do this anymore. This was a few years back when he was with the Marlins, but players are just trying to gather that weight into that inside part of that back heel, and so that they can then go forward. So every action has a reaction. And so when you do see guys with that toe tap, their intention is to go back forward, back to center. So that's a big thing in the swing. So, okay, he's going to land. Matthew's going to land at 50-50, and you're going to see that lower half start the swing. Very nice job, both these guys. And you see those hips open up, and you see the hands still back And again, the lower half leads the swing, and both these guys do a phenomenal job of that. And then they both just get the barrel. And what I like about both these swings is that the barrel stays up for a long time, and that creates a very direct path to the ball. It's a little bit of an old school idea, but it's still an idea that I think can be utilized to benefit some players, especially guys that lose the barrel and don't have much barrel control. These guys obviously do have a ton of barrel control, but they both do a great job of staying direct and on top of the baseball. And then obviously once they're in the hitting zone, they're staying level through the baseball. So, so what I think is super impressive about Matthew Hart here is I've seen a ton of swings from him because Corey posts some swings of his on social media. You can follow him on Instagram, and it's like this guy's hitting doubles and triples and staying gap to gap all day long. This is an advanced approach. I know that Matthew's probably worked really, really hard at his swing, but there's also a level of genetics involved here and the pedigree that's involved here that is going to really allow and has probably allowed Matthew to just kind of see ball, hit ball kind of thing. And this is what you get, because this is what big leaguers and sons of big leaguers do. And I saw it with Prince. I saw it with Tony Gwynn Jr. It matters. The pedigree does matter. So when you're scouting these kids, the pedigree does matter. So impressive swing here, impressive game by Matthew Hart. So follow him, follow his career, because he's an ex-Brewer. He's a former Brewer, and hopefully maybe Matthew will play for the Brewers someday. Looks like he is going to certainly have the talent and the size and athleticism to be a major leaguer someday. So it'll be fun to watch him kind of develop and go from here. Uncommitted player here. So he is not committed to a college yet. Whoever decides to sign Matthew is going to get one heck of a player. Because like I said, I think he's got a chance. He's certainly got a chance to play in the big league. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.